it's Rachel and Storm, and today we're going to continue our work on heeling. And I have a retractable collar. It's not a chain like last time. This doesn't work quite as well. It's not as effective, but it is a little more effective than just her regular flat collar. Off, Reggie. So we'll see how she does with it. Also, I'm doing it out here with the regular dogs because it seems like when Storm gets in training mode, she gets kind of stubborn and she kind of wants to put on the brakes, and she just puts her head down and stares me down, and I have trouble getting through to her. So hopefully with these other dogs around, she's interested in them, she's happy to see them. It will keep her, a little more upbeat, and so we'll see how she does, if she does any better with it. So I have a good length to work with here in the camera for walking around, so we'll see how she does with the heeling. So Storm, come here. Storm, sit. Good sit, Reggie. Good sit, Storm. All right, here we go. Heel. Heel, Storm, come on. Heel, heel. Heel, heel. Heel, come here. Good heel, Storm. Good girl. No, Reggie. Good girl, Storm. Good heel. Good heel. Okay, that was really good. We're off to a good start, so I'm happy to see that. That was a little bit of a warm-up, and now we're just going to keep going. I'm really proud of how well she's doing with the distractions, because looks like Reggie knows how to heel, and he was heeling right along with us. And also, he's very interested in the food that we have here. So I'm just going to keep working with Storm. She does have her tail wagging. She looks a little bit more upbeat, so hopefully this doesn't feel as much like work time for her. She'll enjoy this a little bit more. And if she's in a better mood, hopefully we can kind of get a breakthrough with her mentally to where she does better with heeling on leash. Also, by working with dogs like this, it gives her a lot of good practice for the heel on leash and off leash that you're working towards, because if you're taking her to the beach, down one of those narrow beach access paths or on the beach itself, there are going to be other dogs and people around. So off, Reggie. So this is good practice for her. So Storm, sit. Good sit, good girl. Okay, so I'm going to get super peppy to keep her energy up and keep her excited. So Storm, heel. Heel. Good girl. Good girl. Good heel. 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 Come on. Good heel. So much better. Heel. Heel. Come on. I know. He's a great healer. Good heel, Storm. Good heel. Good girl. Off, Reggie. Yeah, good boy, Reggie. He's doing great healing too, so good for him. Okay, I don't want her to become too treat dependent, so I'm not going to give her treats every time. She seems to do really great with the prey. She loves getting scratched, so definitely work on that. So you don't always have to tote around the dog treat, and so that's not what she's expecting all the time. Ideally, it's best to work towards you being the treat, your love and affection being the treat instead of the food. Good girl. So we're just going to keep up our heeling. I'm going to do a couple more stops along the way and not necessarily stop here to give you a recap each time. So we'll see how she does doing a prolonged heeling. Heel. 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 Come on, heel. Easy, Reggie. Come on, heel. Good girl. Good heel. Good heel. Good heel. Good girl. Good heel. Good heel, son. Heel. Webster, honey. Webster. Storm, sit. Good heel, good girl. Good girl. Okay, so she's lagging a little bit more than she was at first. Part of it could be because she's getting a little tired of doing this, but also Webster and Reggie are getting a lot more enthusiastic, and they're kind of really in her face. And Storm is a pretty submissive girl, so she's probably trying to kind of get away from that. So, off, Reggie. I don't think that's entirely her fault. She's still doing off a really good job, and I'm happy to see this progress. So, good job to you for working with her at home. All right, Storm. Now, she seems to still lag a little bit, so remember, keep nice and peppy. Lots of encouragement. Heel, Storm, come here. Kissing sounds, stuff like that, patting your leg to get her excited and to really encourage her to keep up with you. I'm going to do a little bit of the drive that I think we went over last time. Off, Reggie. Off. He likes her a bit too much. Where I run backwards, really encouraging her, and as I'm running backwards like this, I then turn to the side and get her going to the side so it's like a heel position. So, Storm, come here. Look out, Webster. Storm. Okay, actually, that's not going to work because Reggie's a little too focused on the food, and I don't want him to get off too competitive to where, he might snap or something since he wants the food. So we're just going to stick off, Reggie, to basic healing here with Storm. I'm just going to try to get her excited the old-fashioned way. Storm, sit. Good girl. Sit. Good job. Good sit, Storm. Off, Reggie. Off. Off. Storm, heel. Heel. Come on, let's go. Heel, heel. Heel, heel. Off, Webster. Good heel. Good girl. Good girl, Storm. Good girl.
No.
Come on, Storm, heel. Good job. Off, Webster. Good heel, Stormy. Good heel. Good heel. Can you put Reggie in the garage? Sure. Yeah, come on. A little too involved with our training. Come on, buddy. Okay. Storm really is a great-tempered dog. I'm really happy to see how tolerant she's being with a puppy and we're excited. She's doing a great job. It seems like she still lags a bit as soon as you have to turn into her. So remember we went over last time, kind of doing the knee up, not to knee her in the face, but just to push her head over and to kind of have her respect your space. It seems like whenever you touch her, she just kind of like draws back a little bit. And so we just want to practice that a little bit more to desensitize her to it. So I would suggest when you get home doing, like big circles with left-hand turns. That way she gets used to you kind of walking into her, and she knows that you still, she still needs to keep up with you. And maybe if you do it like at a faster pace, while like running, hopefully that will encourage her to speed up with you. Now, Storm seemed very well behaved, but a lot of times dogs are a lot more jazzed in the morning. So I wouldn't suggest working on this with her after daycare, where she's gotten a chance to run and she's been up all day, not really napping. But maybe if you try it like first thing in the morning, and if you usually walk her in the morning, skip your walk and go straight to some healing. Because dogs seem to usually always be super jazzed in the morning. They're excited to get out. And so she might want to run and pull anyway. And instead, use that when you train and do those left-hand circles with your knee and turning left like that. That'll be kind of good. I think for her it will be easier to pull her or to get her back from pulling than it is to speed her up from lagging. So we might kind of want to work in the opposite direction like that. So maybe try that out and see how it goes with her. But she's doing a lot better. I would definitely suggest a slip leash like this. This is a Cesar Millan one. So it can tighten up like that. And it has this adjustable piece on it so that it can't get too big on her. This seems to be effective with her, or just like a regular chain like I was working with her last time on the heel. I think that would be a bit better for her safety. It would give you some more control over her, and also because she has such a thick neck and a thick head, I know it is easy for her collar to slip off. So one of these kind of adjustable, retractable ones I think would be better for her. Give you more control and also make it harder for her to slip out, so that ensures her safety. All right, this was Rachel and Storm, and we are working on heeling with dogs.